And I'm Bryn Carmen. So happy to be here on this weekend edition special report of GMC. We have been talking about this storm all week long, and we do want to keep you informed and ahead of it. We have team coverage this morning across the region with our crews monitoring conditions in Monument, Woodland Park, and Colorado Springs. You can see wet pavement out on I-25 and Union. Just really depends on where you're going to be traveling this morning and what the roads are going to look like. It is 6:19. Thanks for waking up early with us. We are keeping you informed about what is going to happen over the next several hours. Of course, we're not waking up to snow here in Colorado Springs. We knew that, right. But we are starting to see some of those impacts in the higher elevations, and they're really getting ready for some snowfall.
And you know, one thing I noticed too, and we here in Colorado, we're used to snow and winter storms, obviously, but when a storm comes in, it could create some issues. People do take it seriously, but yet they don't panic, which I appreciate.
I do too. The good thing about this storm too is that it's impacting the weekend, so hopefully a lot of people are not working. And I only saw one car on I-25 on my way in. Obviously, it was early on a Saturday morning, but we really do hope people are heeding to what our meteorologists are saying and what CDOT is saying and just staying at home.
And I noticed yesterday I stopped by the store just to pick up a couple things, and the store was relatively busy. People stocking up their pantries just in case they maybe lose some power or they just, you know, don't want to go anywhere this weekend, which again would be very smart to do.
Yeah, there's plenty of eggs, milk, and bread to go around. And if not, we've got Colorado Nice here. I'm sure you could knock on the neighbor's door and they would donate some eggs to you. We've got a lot to get to early this morning. We are talking about snow in the region. We're still waiting for it. We knew that was going to happen. We were not going to wake up to snow blanketing our community. And I think, you know, a lot of folks are new to our area, and it's important to remember that March, on average, is typically our snowiest month of the year. So that's something that we have to remember. It really can be. We've been looking back on some of the records, and the record one-day snowfall in Colorado Springs was March 11th, 1909, where we got 25.6 inches of snow.
So in 24 hours, right?
In 24 hours. We're not going to see anything like that, of course, here locally. All right, Marty, thank you. Remember to set the clocks tomorrow. Hard to think about, but we do spring forward. And just in case you needed a reminder as we wait for this snow, only 99 days until the official day of summer. So
are you looking forward to summer in the middle of a snowstorm?
A little bit.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
You need a little, you know, bright sunshine in there. All right, Kurjan, thank you. We are keeping an eye on things out in Teller County as well. KRDO News Channel 13's Mia Villanueva is driving around Woodland Park and stopping to check out some of the road conditions early this morning. Mia, Woodland Park, no stranger to big snowfalls, and they could expect a lot of accumulation when this is all said and done this weekend. Can see some sprinkles on the camera lens. Paints a picture of what is to come. Those gloomy skies, of course, lingering in our area. And I did just check in with Colorado Springs Airport, and there are some delays and cancellations going outbound if you are departing, and as well as some arrivals that have been impacted. So if you do have someone flying in this morning, or if you're dropping someone off at the airport, definitely smart to check with your airline before you head out that way. And of course, we are just still waiting on the weather. We knew that when we woke up this morning. We were not going to be seeing any major powder, which is why we're here keeping you informed before it hits.
Just trying to get ahead of everything. There's a lot going on across all of Colorado today. Things are going to be rapidly changing.
The calm before the storm as we take you outside for a live look at I-25 and Garden of the Gods. You're waking up to gloomy skies, wet roads. Looks like drivers are getting along okay early this morning, but that is all going to change soon.
Again, we have crews all across southern Colorado monitoring the conditions for us this morning.
That's right. We've got folks in Monument, Woodland Park, and right here in Colorado Springs. We are going to get to them in just a minute, but first we want to take a look at the latest track of the storm with Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Marty Ventachikwe. And Marty, we are talking about drought conditions a little bit. We had a historic fire season, and now we're going to get some much needed precipitation.
And I think that's a good point to make, Bryn, because regardless of whether it's coming down as rain or snow, it's going to be pretty widespread. And as far as liquid is concerned, I mean, most areas are going to pick up at least a half an inch of liquid. Quite a few more will likely get more than that.